So, hi guys, welcome back to All Things Arsenal. I've got my regular guest Shamsi here, and we've got a new special guest today, Ali.
Correct, yeah.
Ali, do you want to just introduce yourself quickly? Arsenal fan, right?
Arsenal fan, die hard through and
Uh,
through. Yeah, Ali here.
okay.
23, let's go.
So we're gonna discuss Arsenal, but we're gonna discuss the Premier League as well. So we're gonna go through who we think we're gonna be in the top six, who we think are gonna get relegated, the top scorer, the best player of the season, and the best signing of the season. Does that sound good, guys?
Let's do
Sounds
it.
good. Good.
Cool. Okay, let's get straight into it. Shamsi, who do you think is gonna make the top six this season?
Are we going one by one, or each team from sixth to first? Yeah.
Yeah, go from sixth to first. Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be any surprising appearances in the top six. I think it's going to be the standard top six big teams that we would normally expect. It's quite a tough one. I haven't actually thought about it yet. But I think the top two is kind of for certain already, Man City and Liverpool. Although they both look like they've dropped off a bit from last season. So it'll be interesting to see how that will end up the top. But definitely I'm gonna go City to win it again, Liverpool in second. It gets a bit tough now. As much as I want to say Spurs will finish outside the top four, I think they will get top four. And I think Arsenal will sneak in there as well. And I'm hoping that the signings will get us third place. So Arsenal, I'm going to go for Arsenal to finish third, Spurs to finish fourth, Chelsea to finish fifth, and United to finish sixth. I think United are just not strengthened enough. They don't look cohesive as a team. Chelsea, I don't know what's going on there, but I still think they'll still get some points to finish above United. Tottenham look decent, but they're bottle jobs. So Arsenal to finish third. And who's to say that maybe we could be challenging this season? So that's my top six.
So that's made me laugh. Okay. Ali, what do you think?
Do you know what? I agree. I agree with Heather. I agree with Shamsi rather. Yeah, I'll definitely say that the top two are pretty kind of set in stone. However, I'll be honest, like I was just talking to Shamsi the other day. City and Liverpool, they did look a bit shaky. They definitely did look a bit shaky. I feel like City, their flow has been disrupted by Haaland. Haaland's the team needs to be built around me sort of player. And Pep's definitely had a bit of history struggling with like big physical forwards. You see with Ibra in the past, like he definitely likes this diminutive technical players like Aguero, Messi, Villa, etc. But we'll see. He's pulled it off without a doubt. Lewandowski is a prime example where he's pulled it off. But like I said, we'll see. Liverpool, I'll be honest. I've heard things where they've said where they're not interested in really delving too much in the transfer market. I don't know if you guys have heard the same. I think they said unless like big names leave, we're kind of happy with our squad, which kind of I don't know. We'll see. They're aging. I feel like Mo Salah, he might get a bit complacent with his new contract, but we'll see. Hopefully he does. But I don't know. But in terms of the other teams, yeah, Heather's kind of spot on. I feel like Arsenal and Tottenham will definitely be battling for third. It'll be closer than I think Shamsi would say. But yeah, it's definitely a close one. I'm actually going to say Chelsea fifth. Yeah, I agree. I think they've looked extremely shaky. They don't have a set defense. They don't have a set striker. They feel like speaking to a Chelsea fan earlier, they feel like they're not really interested in buying forwards. They're happy with their front line, which is shocking because I think they're leading it with Havertz, with Werner set to leave, and Broja, which 6 goals last season, which is not someone you want to be leading a line. I'm going to say that sixth is going to be between United and maybe even Newcastle, depending on how much Newcastle invest, because Newcastle look scary at the end. I don't know if you when they played us at the end, they looked like a team. I don't know if it was maybe like home support but they looked like a different side. They looked invigorated. They looked hungry. They looked ready. And if they sign another couple players on Bruno's level, I think they're definitely going to be like definitely within the 6 to 5 to 10 range without a doubt. Villa look decent. I don't know. It's too early to say. Gerald's definitely building a team, but yeah, it's definitely going to be between United and Newcastle, in my opinion.
Okay.
So,
So I think, like you guys said, I agree. I don't think the top two will change too much. I think just the fact that City, they don't look as good, but it is just pre-season. We must remember, and they've got a couple new signings. I think with the depth that City have got as well, even players like Calvin Phillips, he's just like depth player, but he walks into most teams starting 11. I think City are just too strong. They're just like a career mode team, to be honest. Like I think the money that they have behind them is just what's going to probably push them over the line to become champions again. I think Liverpool. I think I agree that the squad is aging, but I think Liverpool just got so for now they've got a really good like established team, a really like clear philosophy, clear way of playing, and I think again once again this season I don't think many teams, especially at home, won't be able to counteract Liverpool's crazy intense pressing. Maybe Arteta can, maybe I don't know. We'll see. But I think again, Liverpool are going to be really, really good. I mean, I agree. I don't know about this Nunes. I think if Nunes has a great season, then Liverpool could potentially be the champions. But I think a lot of it actually does depend on Nunes and how well, because he's basically taken over Mane, and if he doesn't perform as well as Mane, then it might not look good. But if he can do that and more, then you never know, they could be champions. Third and fourth. um, I don't know. I think Tottenham are definitely going to be in the top four because they have strengthened. But although saying that, they haven't strengthened their starting 11 as much. They've strengthened in depth. But I mean, I don't think Richarlison will actually start with Kulusevski, Son and Kane. Basuma obviously walks straight in and he's a really good signing. I actually do, now that I think about it, I do think Arsenal, if we get another centre mid and potentially a winger, then I think we'll guarantee to get third. I think if we just sign a midfielder, we'll get top four. But I still think we'll get ahead of Tottenham. I think we'll get third. I agree with you. I think I pretty much agree with you guys. I think Tottenham will get fourth and Chelsea will get fifth. It could be between Tottenham and Chelsea for fourth and fifth. And I think United, like you guys said, they haven't strengthened enough. And with the Ronaldo situation, no one knows what's going on. I think they'll probably end up sixth again. And I think most of their fans have accepted that, and they just see it as like a rebuilding season. And then next season they'll probably go push on.
I think this could be a season of surprises. I feel like we've got this top six in our head, but like Ali said with Newcastle, it's a good shout. I mean, like they're putting an offer for Maddison and they upped the bid recently. There could be a team that's underestimated. There could be a surprise in there as well, especially with United, like not strengthening. There's not really any philosophy that I see in there, the way they play. Obviously, Ten Hag's come in, but same with Chelsea, just look shot to pieces. So it'll be interesting to see. I hope there is a bit of a twist and there is a team that comes up. There always is, where it could be Nottingham Forest. You never know. We'll have to see.
I'll be honest, the more I think about it, I definitely see United in disarray. Like they look like a team in shambles. You see their star man, like the face of their club, pretty much Ronaldo. He's desperate to leave. It's embarrassing for them. And what does that say to the rest of their players? Like if this superstar who they look up to, their idol, is kind of like trying to escape, you can kind of see the motivation just sap. Like I think I saw a pre-season where they were playing. It was recent. They were playing Rayo Valenco, I believe. It was shocking. They were terrible. Yeah, you can say yeah, it's pre-season, but it's a couple of games before they were trying. They were trying real hard, and I think it was they had a young winger, and it was just I'm not sure if it was Hannibal or
Diallo.
Was it Diallo? No, it was he had a big freeze. Chong.
Oh yeah.
He got memed. He got dragged. And they were like, I'm seeing the United fans, and they look like, what is going? Because the thing is that it's not like they're being shrewd in the transfer market. It's the fact that their transfer targets don't want to join them.
Yeah.
So it's a month left. So Chelsea could pull out something out of the bag, like United as well, but I doubt it.
It's all still playful, I guess. You never know. They could just have a crazy last month, both of them, and then there'll be like shoo-ins for top four. But at the moment, we'll only go by what we know now and what everyone's got now. So, but I mean, the thing is with Chelsea, I still think they've got a trick up their sleeve as well. I feel like they all get a few decent players in the link with Cucurella as well, who would be a really good signing.
Unless he
So
goes
I wouldn't
Barcelona.
discount Chelsea just yeah. So you think Chelsea, yeah.
Why? I've heard that they want to. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I've heard they want to play him left centre back. His best attributes are his technique, his crossing, and his dribbling. And they want to play him left centre back. They have Chilwell and Alonso.
Well, they were going to Rafinha right wing back.
The Chelsea way.
Oh my gosh, yes. What? I don't really see the point in spending 50 million. I know they're trying to do statement purchases, the new owners, but it seems a bit desperate to go for an overloaded position for a player that they don't necessarily need. And they're paying an inflated fee. Like City knew it was an inflated fee, but then Chelsea have all of a sudden come out and said we're willing to pay it, which kind of shows their, in a way, desperation. They definitely need, from what we've seen, they definitely need strikers. Without a doubt, they need strikers. They don't seem to be interested. But who's on the market right now?
True. It's difficult. Should we move on to relegation candidates now?
Sure.
Okay, Shamsi, you first.
You know what? I haven't had a chance to look at the table, but it's really quite a tough one. I don't know what you guys think, but I kind of
new teams are Bournemouth, Fulham, and Nottingham Forest.
Having said that, you know, I think Fulham and Norwich just seem to trade places like every season. So, I mean, obviously Mitrovic will do his thing and he'll bag a few goals, but I think they will be in the relegation fight. They're the one team that I would pick out of those three. I think Forest will actually survive. I think they've got a lot of heart in their team, and it's time for them to, you know, return back to the Premier League and, you know, stay here for at least a few seasons, see where they establish themselves. And Bournemouth, I don't know, Bournemouth. I mean, they're very reliant on Solanke. I saw a crazy stat the other day where when he's not firing, they often do suffer quite a bit. So I don't know. It depends on how he gets off the mark. But I'm going to go with a bit of a surprise one here. And they kind of they were threatened massively last season. They kind of escaped. I can see Everton being in the relegation fight again.
Nah, no way. Surely not.
I really do. I mean, I don't think there's any sort of philosophy there with the way they play. They've got rid of Richarlison, who was arguably like their best player probably last season. Just literally, I think they get rid of what's his name? The Anthony, what's his name? I can't remember. The young winger. Gordon, sorry, Anthony Gordon. Yeah, I think there's some interest with him as well, and I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see where they're really going. So I think they're definitely going to be in and about it. It's a tough one. I actually don't know with the relegation fight. It would probably throw up a few surprises, just like the top six. But that's all I really have to say on it, to be honest.
Ali, what do you think?
I would actually disagree with Shamsi there in terms of Fulham, because I think the signing of Leno, that is shrewd business. 8 million.
That's true.
And he is a very, very good keeper. And if he comes, more signings will come. Because you've got the appeal of London, central London, you've got the appeal of all this, all of that. Rich owners, you know, stability, good club, good foundation, good history. I think especially with Leno, if there's more signings to come, I think I definitely see them staying up. Bournemouth, unfortunately, I've got ties with Bournemouth, but yeah, I see them going down. I'm not too sure who else is still up. Norwich got relegated, if I'm not wrong. Okay, yeah, Paul. Yeah, no, I've got nothing to really add. What do you think for that?
I think I agree with both of you. I think Bournemouth. I just don't think they've got the money to be able to stay in the Premier League after this season. So I think they're most likely going to go down. I do agree that Leno would be a great signing, but I still just don't see Fulham as like a Premier League club. I feel like they are like Shamsi said, they are just that team that comes up and down. I think Leno is going to be a really good signing, and it would save them a few more points. But I think just the quality of the Premier League again, and with Mitrovic up front, because Mitrovic is that guy who he smashes it in the Championship, then it comes to the Premier League and does nothing. So I think significantly, I don't see them staying up. And I got a surprise one. I think Southampton might go down. I don't know why. I feel like they haven't. I haven't got Broja, whatever his name is anymore. And there's just always and last season there was that point where they'd lost or like not won in 11 in a row. They obviously played us, and obviously would get the yearly win when teams are in a really bad position. I just don't think I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Southampton are all that, to be honest. I think they could be the surprise.
Yeah, with Southampton, I saw this recently, and they've like implemented this new policy where they've signed in some young players, and they're really developing something there. I think like they kind of had it with Brozier last season. They brought in him on loan. I don't know if they brought these Man City. There's two Man City players, young players, and they're very good players. I don't know if they brought them in on loan or signed them, but they look quality.
Oh, the keeper.
I think one. I don't know what positions they are, but
Yeah.
clearly they've got like a philosophy there, and I feel like Hasenhüttl, amazing manager. If he was a top team, I think he'd do really well as well. You see where he's going with it, and that's why they like have a very like on the edge way of playing. So they either get battered or they do pretty well. But yeah, it's a good shout. I don't know who that third space will go to, or it's a tough one. I think like I said, there'll be a mix down there.
Just for context, they were only 5 points off relegation last year, and they only won 9 games, more than Burnley. So then they conceded a hell of a lot as well. They were one of the highest conceders in the league as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't see them as. I mean, the only teams below them were Everton and Leeds. I think Leeds have strengthened, and Everton. I think I agree with Ali. I don't know. I don't see Everton. Like they're just a too well-established team to go down. I think, although I don't think Lampard is a particularly good manager at all. I don't know. I just have a feeling with Southampton, but we'll see. Should we move on to the top goal scorer?
So I just want to say, not Brentford. Anyone? No one going for Brentford to be sent down.
Yes, yeah. I agree. Yeah, yeah, that's a good show. Yeah. Do you think Tony's gonna go?
Ooh,
Or do you think he hasn't done enough this season to prove to anyone, has he?
Maybe if he does well this year, then maybe he'll get that move up. But yeah, I don't think he's. I think he's a good player, but he needs to got a little bit more to prove to get to the top, one of the top 6. Okay, the top goal scorer. Should we start with Shamsi?
Top goal scorer.
He's going to say Gavi.
Yeah, I mean, I wish, man. But you know what? Like, if preseason is anything to go by, you know he's going to bag a ton of goals.
For sure,
and you know what? You see the difference in the caliber of striker between. You see how poor Lacazette was for the team. You see how poor Aubameyang, even when we said he was good, was for the team. When Jesus is just taking chance after chance after chance, and I really hope it continues into the next season. Haaland, everyone's making memes of him off that miss of the Community Shield. I think he's a quality striker and he will bag goals. But like as you said, Ali, earlier, like he doesn't seem to be suiting that system. But you got to remember it's City, and like the amount of chances that team creates is just stupid, and he's bound to bag goals. I think dependent on how Núñez sets in, Salah will finish top scorer at Liverpool, but I don't think he'll finish top scorer in the league. I think it will be Haaland. I think it will be Salah. Yeah, I'm going for like a top 3 now. No surprises. It'll probably be Haaland, Salah, Kane, and maybe Jesus up there as well.
Okay, fine. Okay. Ali, what do you think?
I think it's going to be Son and Kane. For sure, Son and Kane. Son was top scorer last season, if I'm not wrong. Joint with Salah. So I think it's going to be just the same this week. Yeah. I think Jesus is definitely going to be up there at the end. Haaland, I see him pushing maybe about 18. I'll be honest, which is definitely near the higher end of the range. But I don't know. I just got a gut feeling it's going to be one of them, like where he's just not fitting in. But that's just going off a gut feeling. I've got nothing to really go on other than that, because he's just a quality player. He's world class. There's no two ways about it. He's 21, if I'm not wrong. That's ridiculously young. Like if he's definitely got time to adapt. It's not like he's set in stone with his style. Pep Guardiola is like one of the best to learn from as well. So definitely see with that. Núñez, I'm sorry, I just don't. I think he looks shy. I think he looks kind of nervous. He's not really pulling his weight in games of what I've seen, and the goals that he has scored. Don't get me wrong. I think he scored 4 against like a Leipzig side, albeit a weakened side, but they were like they weren't creative. They weren't like evident of good skill. They were just more or less tap into being in the right position. But don't get me wrong, that's a skill in itself. But Nunes, no. Top 3, I'll definitely say Salah, Son, Kane, and Jesus just on the edge pushing it.
I think personally with Haaland, I reckon if he scored that tap in, I don't think half the stuff that people are saying about him they would say, because he did score like really early on in his debut against Bayern, and if he scored that goal against Liverpool, I don't think a lot of people will be saying, "Oh, he's not kind of cut it," or all this stuff. So I think I disagree. I personally think Haaland will be top scorer just because, like Shamsi said, he's just in a team full of so many creative players, and they've only added to that. So I think he will. I think he's going to bag loads of goals. I agree with Son and Kane. I think it's going to be between Son, Kane, Haaland, and Salah. But I think Haaland is going to edge it. I think Jesus will be up there, but I don't think. I don't know. He's not. I don't think he'll get top scorer. But okay, let's just move on to the best signing. Who do we think is going to be the best signing? Shamsi first.
It's a tough one. I'll give you my Arsenal best signing, and then I'll give you my overall best signing. I'll keep it short and concise. I think Jesus will definitely be the best signing for Arsenal. He's an impact player. He, as I said before, Alexis Sanchez vibes. Has the ability to change games. He will do that. He'll score plenty of goals. Best signing of the season. The reason I wouldn't, in terms of the impact they're having on the team, it could be Jesus, because he could get loads of assists and he could take Arsenal to the next level. Haaland could be the signing of the season only because he's probably going to score the most goals, and yeah, that I don't think I could see any other signings thus far really competing with him on that level.
Ali, what do you think?
I'll be honest, and I'll try and say this without bias. I would definitely say that Jesus would probably be the signing of the summer so far, just solely because he was the missing piece in our cog. He was the missing, it was just, we needed that player. Like, we were screaming for it. We were playing we're on a winning streak for so long with Lacazette or Nketiah up front, which is ridiculous. And to have a player like that, we'll see how well he does. Because I'm just there. I know you can keep saying yes, preseason, but some of the games I would definitely say the game against Chelsea was competitive to a point. There was a lot of there was a lot of emotion in that game. It's not like Chelsea weren't trying, and Jesus was just coming out on top every time. I think he's definitely going to elevate his game, which means that we're definitely going to see a very, very good player. And in terms of how much he can help Arsenal improve, he's definitely got to be the signing of the summer, in my opinion. However, I'll be honest, I know this is a bit off to say, but I would say, like, can I count Saliba as a signing? Because we've never played him, and he feels like a brand new signing. I don't know about you guys, and I think he is just incredible. I think he's phenomenal, like, from what we've seen so far and what we saw last season. It's like if we got a signing of that caliber, like from Marseille right now, without him obviously signing for us a couple of years ago, we'd be like over the moon. So for a player like that to come in, like, obviously maybe he's not really a signing, but if he was, definitely him.
Yeah, I agree, because he just Ben White had a pretty decent season, and he's just blowing him away basically.
Blowing him.
And even during pre-season, he's become the main man basically. So you know, I'll give you that as a signing if you wanted to just leave. But I think I agree. I've been saying to Shamsi for years that whilst watching Arsenal, but we need that Alexis player, because he's just so fun to watch. Even if he like loses the ball, he's just so like active, and he's always trying to get the ball, trying to make stuff, create things, score, assists. And I think Jesus is that guy. And I think in terms of impact, I agree with you guys. I think it will be Jesus, because just from how far Arsenal had fallen, and from so far what it seems through pre-season, and with all the goals he scored, I think he's going to elevate us, like you said, Ali, to that next level. So in terms of that, I think as impact-wise, he will make the biggest impact for his club because I think he will basically get us into that top four. If we hadn't signed Jesus this summer, I don't think we'd have a chance of getting top four at all. So I think he's going to create a big difference for us. The easy option would be to say Haaland because he's just going to score loads of goals and probably get Man City to win a title. But I am going to go with Jesus because he just looks like an exciting player. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I would have probably preferred Richarlison before him signing. But I think we've got a real gem in our hands. I think he's going to be a really, really good player for us.
What do you guys think about? Sorry, what do you guys think about Bissouma?
I'm so upset that we didn't get him.
I know, he's incredible. Shamsi and I, for absolute years, we've been sending like highlight compilations to each other about this guy, just like raving about him.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been the perfect understudy for Partey. But I mean, he's a Tottenham player now, so I'm not going to give him too much credit.
There must have been a reason, right? There must have been a 20 mil, 25 mil. There must have been a reason why we didn't go for him.
He's not going to get. He's not going to get in the first team.
You think that he can't work with Partey?
Well, he's never going to have to, so I don't have to worry about that.
Let's end it off with, I just want a one player response from you guys, and then we'll wrap things up. So for our new centre mid, would you guys want Paqueta, Tielemans, or Milinkovic-Savic? Shamsi, we'll go with you first. That's one.
Well, one word. Well, Milinkovic-Savic is 2 words, so. So it was Paqueta, Milinkovic-Savic, and who?
Tielemans.
Well, definitely not Tielemans. I'm just gonna say. Oh, it's a tough one. I'm gonna go Milinkovic-Savic.
Okay, cool. We'll save the reasoning for maybe a later day if we ever get that planning. Ali, who do you think?
Savage doesn't want to compete. He's the best. Tielemans is arse, so Paqueta as well.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, for me as well, I think it would be between Paqueta and Milinkovic-Savic. I think Milinkovic-Savic, just because he's got the strength, he's got power, he's got pace, he's box, he can score. And
world class,
player. But obviously, I wouldn't be unhappy with Paqueta. But yeah, I think Milinkovic-Savic. So I think we're all in agreement there. But yeah, I think that wraps everything up. Thank you both of you for a really good episode again, and thanks everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe and keep watching. Thanks guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, man.